Hey, welcome back, friends, to another episode of Now Playing Two Worlds Epic Edition with your host, BC, the Brain Supreme. So before I set off a conversation with this guy, let me just give you guys a quick intro. We're working to get the last piece of the relic that we need to give to Gondahar and Rice to set off the rebirth of Aziraal, to set off what will be the kind of the climax toward the ending, between the climax and the ending of the game, really the main plot point and what we've been doing the entire game, aside from some of the side questing that I've been taking you on. He is going to get us access into Yatalin's temple, which is where we will get the last relic piece to be able to make this happen. So, enjoy.
You are looking for someone. You are Uchinao Sakamoto the I am Master. How may I serve you? Hoko Sayori told me you put a new door in the temple. Nay, I would never do. 'Tis a matter of some import. Hoko's sister has disappeared. Ah, indeed. That is a different. But I am in trouble. Otherwise, I would not ask you. This workshop is my whole life, and my sister. Why? And my father died of late, and she claims he left the workshop to her. What does a woman know about a smithy? Speak with her, I prithee.
Okay, so as is typical in games such as this, and especially in Two Worlds, even more so than other games I've played, I need something from this guy in order to progress the story. But of course, showing up at his door, he requires something of me, which is to go convince his sister, yada yada yada. Basically, go do a fetch quest for me, because the game has to find a way to add content. It's something that I'm not really a big fan of in games, although it will give me some XP. You know, I don't mind there being.
Speak with me.
Hide Sakamoto?
How do you?
Your brother spoke.
He is not even a human being, much less my brother.
He did that?
He did, and I took him in. Although,
I did not know that.
nay, 'tis not something of which to brag. Now my father left me.
Your father left you the workshop?
Aye, and I have the will here. I need to get it to the authorities to be legalized.
Why have you not taken it there?
Why? Because my brother is a dangerous man. But I thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to take the high road here. Do you know anything about the smithy? Would you consider your brother as a partner in the smithy? Of course you won't.
Farewell.
All right, so we're going to take it to the mayor of Ashos. We got to do a fetch quest for her as well. I could probably just go kill the smithy and take his key, which, if I weren't doing a show where I'm trying to show you how things pan out, that's probably exactly what I would do. But this is something I hope actually evolves over the course of RPG futures, is finding more creative ways to get you to quest. And I think there are games that do it well. You know, this is an older game, but they do it better. Like, it's not just, oh, you need something from me? Well, go pick me 3 barley sheaths from, like, come on, man. Ain't got time for all that.
Greetings. Well met, Mayor. Greetings. I come here on behalf of Hide Sakamoto, a citizen of Ashos.
I knew Abe Sakamoto. A fine smith he was.
Nay,
Consider it done. But mayhap, could you do me a small favor? I want you
Of course, he
go out
needs
of the
something
city
too.
and find the healer woman. She is in the forest south of.
I shall find.
I await you.
All right, so we shall meet again. Come on, man, we got to get in this temple. Actually, I think I actually did something earlier in the game that's granted me access to the temple. We'll go ahead and turn in this quest so you guys can see it. See the results of our labor here. But I think we already have access to the temple because it's something I did earlier that won't require me to use, the smithy's key, because he's so magical. All right, so we finished your little fetch quest, sister girl.
Have you delivered?
I, the mayor.
Praise be to the gods. Farewell.
All right, so we did that. We got some experience, which is definitely worth it. We're going to need that for the final battle, which isn't right around the corner per se, but it's coming very quickly. And interestingly enough, the smithy is no longer on my map, which means he's no longer a quest. Oh, no, he is. I don't know why he's not still showing on the map.
Have you changed my nay? 'Tis I. She is a hard-necked, that one is.
Okay, so interesting. I've turned over the property to her, and it basically breaks the other quest without, without even so much as a mention, or maybe. And this game is notorious for you talk to a quest giver. If you don't talk to them again, you miss something. Make sure you do that. Let's see if she speaks to you this time.
Of course. Farewell.
Okay. So she's not going to consider her brother a partner. Let's just see if I can. But for whatever reason, she's still showing up on my map as a key player. But let's see if we can just get into the temple the gangster way. I sincerely hope so. It didn't show as locked when I went back there. So I'm thinking I've already satisfied something to get in these gates. Let's hope that's true. I remember this. Yeah, we're good. We good. Actually, the key is needed here. God bless America and this game. All right, so now I don't have a key. You know what? Interesting thing is it doesn't give me anybody else to talk to other than killing dude's sister. I don't know what. Like, is it gonna is there no other outcome for me to get a key other than to satisfy what the smithy wants? Because, if I take action against her, they probably won't see it. But, I mean, I'm not trying to, sour my good name if she's truly evil. I'd rather kill the smithy, but if I kill him, there's going to be witnesses, and then we're going to have to fight the entire town, which I'd planned to do at some point anyway. Because...
Can I help you?
All right, let's save and see if we can do that. See if we can just shank this dude without too much trouble. He's actually pretty strong. Oh no, they've been informed that I'm here, which means they're gonna want recompense somehow, which is fine. I can live with that.
That's interesting.
The key that I need. I'll take his gold too. So the guards have been notified of my crimes, which are they gonna actually react to me? I think actually if you don't get close enough to them, they can't mess with you.
Stand where you are.
Stay where you are. And actually what I'm about to do, I think is, I don't want to spoil it for you. Just know that when I'm done with this, I don't think I'm gonna have too many problems with guards. Which is actually one of my favorite parts of this game, because it's how I get the swords that I use at the end.
Oh, I like that.
Right, so I got the key. I've pissed off everybody in Ashos. At this stage of the game and of the show, I really don't care, though, because I just want to get her done. So we got to go find Yatalin's tomb, because that, as you can see with the pink dot on the screen, is where we're going to find the last piece of the realm. Oh, I remember these snake creatures, man. They don't play around. Yes, sir. Let's go to work. Man, they are serious. Go after the one. Yep, like I said, the snakes don't play around, Jack. But fortunately, the smart developers of this game place Malio shrines in all of the temples, all of the dungeons, so that you don't get tossed all the way outside or have to reload an old save. I've said it before, but I think that was a really nice touch with this game. Come on, serpents. Let's go with your ganging up abilities.
That's for you.
It's 1 down. 2 down. 3 down. Who else? You didn't know I had skills like that, did you, homie? But I do. Ooh, they got the spirit energy. Definitely want that. Dang. That thing is strong. All right. I don't really need fire energy, but I'll take it. Can't hurt. And so you hear me talking about spirit energy. It's orbs. They're not really orbs. They're stones that you can imbue to your weapons that give your weapons the ability to do that type of damage, whether it be frozen damage, lightning damage, fire damage, and of course spirit damage, which for me is the one I like to use simply because it's not blocked by any of the other elements. So sometimes you'll run into, say, a fire skeleton. Well, if you're using a fire blade, chances are it's not going to do that much damage to it. But the spirit blade will do damage to pretty much any elemental enemies. And if I'm not mistaken, the spirit blades do damage to the undead. So when you're fighting those ghosts that are running around on the screen, the spirit blade can actually, here we are. All right, back. And we return to Yatalin's, whatever this is called, his tomb or his gravesite. Now, can I get to the relic without jumping? Or is there another connection that I'm not seeing? Ah, yes, there's another connection that you're not seeing, my brother. And we have the water element. Ladies and gentlemen, all those quests just failed because of what you're about to see, and the reason why I'm not going to have problems with the town guard. But we're going to save that for the next episode that we're going to kick off here. I'm going to kill the rest of these serpents and not bore you with watching that. Catch us back on the next show. Thanks for watching this one. B Chamber signing off. Peace. Godspeed.